People often ask me, Raven, where are the women at? In this day and age, you must get creative. And one excellent place to meet attractive women is on movie sets. Now, if you live in a town where big movie productions occur, you can find casting calls for background extras. They require that you live in the town because they don't want cancellations. And hopefully you get a scene with either a lot of people or at least some attractive women. The pay isn't great. It's better than jury duty. There's a lot of standing around, which is good for talking with women. And they feed you. My foolproof opener to meet women at extra casting calls, or I guess that would be the casting call or the production at the movie production. Now, I throw the word so in purposely in an annoying, obnoxious kind of way. Because I'm a comedian. I can't resist, okay? I don't recommend it to you because you kind of grate their nerves a little bit, which is the intention. And then when they're expecting you to say something cheesy or creepy or annoying, you ask them a very pertinent question. And so here's what I do. I say, so, what's your backstory? Now, any actor that's even slightly serious about the acting profession is going to know exactly what you're talking about. Most background extras never think about a backstory. If they haven't, you're calling them out. You're showing them where they're being unprofessional. I mean, it's silly, but still, you should have a backstory. What's your backstory? So they may laugh because you caught them off guard. They're like, what's yours? So it's good for you to have one. I was in the movie Anchorman 2 as an extra. I was one of the press photographers. And so I might be like, oh, well, I work for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and I'm a press photographer. I've been working there for 6 years, and well, I'm hoping this will be my big break, and I'll get the front page photo. And by that time, they like, well, okay, I go to college, and every night I watch the news eating TV dinners, and I'm hoping to meet Ron Burgundy, fall in love, and get married and have a family. That's a great backstory. Now you're already talking with them. You're having a good time. You're being silly, laughing. What's your name? What part of town are you in? Have you been on any other movie sets? Have you done any short films? Are you a musician? Get their name. Say their name 3 times so you remember it. If you've got your phone when you walk away, it's good to do some notes. It's good to do some notes. because when you do the notes, you tend to remember the information. You don't even need to look back at your notes because you're going to be standing around for hours. So you don't need to overextend your welcome. There's going to be food provided. When it's time to get in line for food, you try to get in line with her. Hopefully that by that time you'll think of something to say. When in doubt, always find something in the moment to talk about. Wow. See, this was a movie that was set in the 80s. I think the first one might have been 70s, and then the second one was the 80s. And so we still had like tight-fitting clothes, bell bottoms. We had really soft, blown, dried hair. It was really poofy. But the clothes being tight and the bell bottoms just gave you a swagger, like, oh, you looking fine. Do a 360 spin. Oh, you're burning out my retinas. Man, I feel like we need to like go to a party after this. Like, where's the disco? So it's a great place to meet people that work. The line works on anybody. You can talk to men, women, little old ladies, kids. What's your backstory? Huh? Backstory. Forget it. And I tend to work the room. I tend to work the room. I mean, if you're really, I'm a little older, and a lot of the women I'm really attracted to are younger. I don't push it. I don't try to like keep my foot in the door. I let it breathe. Some other guy comes along. Hey, best of luck, But at the same time, by me not really getting insecure, I'll ask the guy, what's your backstory? I mean, you never know. It could be her boyfriend. What? And that's the other thing. Is he fun or is he a fuddy-duddy? What? What's your backstory? What are you talking about? The girl's going to be like, like you're an actor. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just background. On that shoot, I actually wore clothes that I thought would fit my character. When I got there, they're like, no, we're going to dress you up anyway. But I'm glad I did because it was cold and it was rainy. It was actually snowing that night. And I had a trench coat. And so I had to put my clothes in a little cubby hole or whatever. And I ended up grabbing my trench coat. And they're like, yeah, if you guys have jackets, let's see your jackets, or let's find you all some clothes. So basically, I got the press able to wear jackets, but because it was the ice skating scene, so it was like I think a charity event, and so people were dressed in tuxes and elegant dresses. They had to stand out in the freezing cold wearing like nothing. They would throw like robes on them and stuff. But yeah, they're like, yeah, you guys are the press, and I guess you would be dressed for the weather. So, okay. So, stand up for yourself. There's a great piece of advice that I read in a cinematographer magazine. I think the magazine is called Cinematographer. And they asked cinematographers, what is the best advice you ever received from another cinematographer? And one guy said, never quit a job. You can get fired, but never quit. And that's really important. That has stuck with me, especially as a photographer. Sometimes you do volunteer work, like a festival, and they let you in for trade. And I'm in the audience trying to take pictures of Michael Franti on stage, and it just doesn't look good. And I'm like, these pictures aren't even worth looking at. And I'm like, well, I don't have a backstage pass. I don't like, and then my brain's like, don't quit. You can get fired. So I literally like get on the stage and start taking pictures. I never once got kicked off. I mean, the whole time I'm like thinking, all right, they're going to kick me. But if they kick me off,